An engineer dies and goes to hell. Dissatisfied with the level of comfort, he starts designing and building improvements. After a while, hell has air conditioning, ice water, flushing toilets, and escalators. The engineer is really popular now. One day, God asks Satan, "So, how are things going down there?" Satan says, "Why, things are going great. We've now got air conditioning, ice water, flushing toilets, and escalators. There's no telling what this engineer is going to come up with next. He's simply brilliant." God is horrified. "What? You've got an engineer? That's clearly a mistake. He should never have gone down there. You know all engineers go to heaven. Send him up here immediately." Satan says, "No way, I really like having an engineer on the staff. I'm keeping him." God says, "Send him back up here or I'll sue you." "Yeah, right." Satan laughs. "And just where are you going to get a lawyer?" One bright and early morning in a house where a couple of newlyweds resided, still enjoying the bliss of their new life together, the doorbell started ringing insistently, disrupting the peaceful start to their day. The wife, who was the only one awake at the time, was just about to step into the shower, anticipating a refreshing start to her day. "Oh, bother!" she exclaimed, slightly annoyed by the interruption. Swiftly wrapping a large, fluffy towel around her still dry body, she hurried towards the door to check who was causing the disruption so early in the morning. As she opened the door, she was greeted by the sight of Bill, her husband's closest friend, standing on the doorstep. Bill was a little taken aback at the sight of her draped in just a towel, clearly not expecting her to answer the door in such attire. His cheeks turned a shade pinker as he awkwardly questioned, Is your husband at home?" She responded, a hint of sleepiness in her voice. "Yes, he's here, but he's still sleeping." Bill paused for a moment, glancing around to check if there were any potential witnesses to their conversation. Seeing none, he leaned in closer to her, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper, and said, "I'm gonna make you an offer. I'll give you $200 right now, but only if you drop that towel." As he spoke, he revealed two crisp $100 bills in his hand, the money tempting her with its promise. At first, she was shocked and taken aback by the unexpected proposition, her eyes widening in surprise. But then she took a moment to think it over, considering the situation. They were a young couple, just starting their journey together, and that extra money could really come in handy, perhaps helping them with a small purchase for their new home. A mischievous glint appeared in her eyes, and with a small, knowing smirk playing on her lips, she let the towel slip from her grasp, allowing it to fall to the ground. Bill's eyes briefly took in the sight of her unveiled body, a quick glance before he handed over the agreed-upon money and swiftly took his leave, his face burning a little from the unexpected encounter. A little while later, her husband stumbled downstairs, rubbing the sleep from his eyes. He spotted his wife, looking slightly nervous and still clutching the money in her hand, and asked who was at the door so early. Still a bit flustered from her earlier interaction, but also holding the reward for her brief moment of boldness, she answered casually, "Oh, it was just your buddy Bill." Hearing this, his face brightened considerably, a smile spreading across his lips. "Oh, that's fantastic," he exclaimed, clearly pleased. "Did he give you the $200 he borrowed from me yesterday?"